This is WAEC 2025 biology practical prep. So the specimen is specimen A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J. So I'm categorizing this specimen into 3 categories. So I'll firstly work on this A and B, later C, D, E, F, and this G, H, and J. Remember that there is no I, so don't go and do that mistake that after H you think the next one is high, so it is J. Now let's talk about the first category. First category only talked about specimen A and B. Now, in the first category, what you should be expecting first is that you should identify specimen A and B. So, specimen A is bean weevil. That is specimen A. So, bean weevil. That's specimen A. And for specimen B, that is bean seeds. So, with O's. So, that is specimen B. Now, another question you should be expecting from this first category, which is specimen A and B, is that name the type of relationship between specimen A and what and specimen B. So the relationship between specimen A and specimen B is parasitism relationship. Parasitism relationship. So take note of that. Now another thing you should be expecting in this same first category where we are talking about specimen A and B is that give 2 observable effects of specimen A on specimen B. So, and that will be 1. Remember that it's 2. All these questions, they are just predicted questions that you should try to add up to anything you are learning. So, the 2 observable effects of specimen A on B is that number 1, holes in seeds. That's 1. And another one to make it number 2 is that reduction in seed viability. Reduction in seed viability. Now, another question they can ask you in this first category concerning this specimen A and B is that you should state 1 economic importance of the organism in specimen A. So remember that the organism of specimen A is bean weevil. So what is the economic importance? And the economic importance is what? Source of protein. Source of protein for birds and reptiles. For birds and reptiles. Good. Now another question they can still ask you in this same first category is that you should classify the organism in specimen A under phylum and under class. So if you are classifying the organism in specimen A under phylum and under class, if it is phylum, that is going to be Arthropoda. Phylum will be what? Arthropoda. Arthropoda. And then, Arthropoda. Here is R. Arthropoda. So, and for the class which specimen A belongs to is what? Insecta. Insecta. Now, another question you can be given or you can be asked from this first category is that you can ask you to mention 2 adaptive features of specimen A for survival. So 1 is that add exoskeleton. Exoskeleton. And another one is 2. That's what? Chewing mouth parts. Mouth part. So that is it. So should in case if they ask you to mention 2 adaptive features of specimen A for survival is that number 1, it has hard exoskeleton, and then it also have a chewing mouth part. Now another question they can ask you from this first category of specimen A and B is that they can ask you to state 2 preventive measures against damage caused by specimen A. I repeat, state 2 preventive measures against damage caused by specimen A. So, and then they are going to be 1 is that proper drying. Proper drying. And then another one, which is the 2, that will be issue storage of seed, fumigation of storage areas. So they can ask you again that you should state 2 preventive measures against damage caused by specimen A, and they are what? Proper drying. So if you dry it very well, and also if it's storage of seed, that is, or fumigation of storage areas. So now let's move to second category. So second category is going to be in the next video. So if you want to view, or if you want to watch the second category, which is specimen C, D, E, F, just comment under the comment section that you need the second category of this specimen for biology practical.